I'm John C. Scott. I anchor a weekend political talk show on KVOI. I've been a broadcaster here for 50 years in Tucson, Arizona. I have anchored television news at all 4 of the network television stations, and for 32 years a talk show in Tucson, Arizona, the longest running political talk show in the state's history. I want to introduce you to a friend of mine, Rudy Garcia. Rudy's involved in trying to change America for the better. He has started an organization called We the People. And in order to understand We the People, you need to understand who Rudy Garcia is. Let me introduce you. Rudy, welcome to our show. Thank you.
Mr. Scott, thank you. It's a pleasure.
Okay, 20 years working for Bethlehem Steel in Los Angeles. You were also a mayor of a California city.
Yes, sir.
And retired here to Tucson?
Yes, well, I retired because I had health issues. That's why I came to Tucson, Arizona. By the way, it's a lot cheaper than California.
It is. You got involved in politics how long ago?
Around 1960, the first campaign that I got involved with was the only president, in my opinion, that this country has ever had, JFK.
Right. It's changed a lot since then, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
All right. You want people to be involved in your new organization called We the People. What do you think is happening to this country, and why is it necessary that people take a look at this organization?
Well, Mr. Scott, it's very simple. From the beginning, and I'm not saying that the Democrats were right, but they started being the first political party in America. And in 1864, here comes the Republican Party, okay? And if you read how they went about it, that's the most beautiful, beautiful plan ever. Why? Because it came in and they divided the country. And from that day on till today, we have been a divided country. Well, you know what happens when they divide? You conquer. Am I right or wrong?
You're right. Now, obviously, you as a mayor became involved in a city that actually had recalled the entire city government, didn't it?
Yes, I did.
What was that issue over?
Well, the city council lost touch with the city, and they didn't do anything for the city. I mean, they were just there. Even though that the people cried and begged and whatever, they were not listening to the people. And this might happen here in Tucson also, by the way. I remember very clearly that I walked up on a council meeting, and I told them that they were going to make my job a lot easier if they would step down before I did the nasty work of recalling them. And Mr. Scott, I recalled every one of them.
Wow.
I recalled the whole city council. It's never been done in America yet.
Wow. And that city was?
Bell Gardens, California.
And how big a city was that?
It's a small city, about 85,000.
Right.
But the size doesn't mean anything. It's the idea of how you go about it, and that's how I did it. You know, I went about it. I didn't jump in it. I strategized, and I went block by block. I used my military training, and the whole thing behind this, Mr. Scott, is to get people involved and understand what's happening to our city, our county, our state, our country.
You believe we're divided as a country?
Oh my God.
And we can change that.
Yes, we can.
How can your organization help do that, to bring people together?
Well, obviously I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need everybody's help. I mean, everybody's got to be involved. Everybody's complaining about the price of gas. Everybody's complaining about the danger in drinking the water, the contamination in the food. Everything's upside down. But yet nobody does anything. We have politicians that have promised to do this, promised to do that. They get elected on those issues. But as soon as they get to their seats, they forget about that.
So you don't think this government pays attention to its people?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
So how can this organization of We the People change that?
Well, let me tell you what. If I get you to sign up and I get the rest of the people to come in, first of all, the first thing that I want to do, I want to knock out corruption. We need to get rid of corruption. Okay, now let me tell you. If you are a Republican or a Democrat, it don't matter. It don't matter. But here's the thing, when you run for office, and you run to the supporters of either the Republican side or the Democratic side, and they give you money. Once they give you money, you owe them. You owe them. You don't owe the people anything. And that's where most people don't understand that.
Well, how do you get elected without money, though?
Very, very easy. Say, for example, I don't know the exact numbers of the that it takes to elect, say, the mayor. I don't have no idea, but let's call it, just for the sake of an argument, 500,000 votes, okay? And what happens if I get 1 million people on my organization?
You think that by growing the whole idea of the numbers of people that are interested in We the People, you can overcome the money that is involved in
Yes.
American campaigning?
Without a question.
So if people go to this website, they can sign up to get together and talk about solutions to problems.
Yes.
All right, and that's where you're starting from.
Right. I need to form a board. Oh, very important that I need to say this. We are not a political party, neither one side or the other. This is a movement. Need people to understand that this is a movement.
And it is going to bring about not contributions perhaps of money, but endorsements of your organization for candidates, right?
Well, no, we will not accept money for candidates because we won't need any. If we have...
Will you bring about candidates to run for office?
For instance, if you want to run for as mayor or councilman, more than welcome. We'll do the screening and whatnot. Now, what I want to know, what is it that you have in mind to do for the people? Never mind about building no bridges to nowhere.
Right.
I want to know what you're going to do for the people. Now, once we get you elected, it's going to be a slam dunk. But I got to get the people together and show them how it's going to be a slam dunk. I know I did it once before.
Right.
I did it. Here's the thing. We're going to have a watchdog committee, okay? And this watchdog committee is going to keep tabs on what is happening, and the mayor, the council person, will not call the shots. They're just going to be a spokesperson saying what the people from Tucson want. That's all. He's just going to be the mouthpiece. Now, here's another beauty. Everybody within We the People, the organization, the Watchdog Committee, the board, everybody's going to get paid. Everybody. Where is this money coming from? Well, for starters, we're going to have a fee, a yearly fee for everybody, okay? 1776. We're going to have our second revolution.
Wow.
And that's why we came up with that number, 1776.
So it's $17.76?
Yes.
That's to belong to this organization.
Right.
And that will fund not only those that are on the board, but that may want to run for office?
Yes.
Right.
So then once you get elected, you don't owe one side or the other. You owe the American people here in Tucson.
This organization obviously is going to take a while to get this done.
I think not, because with your help and everybody else's help, once they see what's happening, our country's going down right now. It's sinking fast. Oh my God, I can't believe what I'm seeing. I'm 85 years old and I'm seeing that our country's going down. Now, anybody that has anything in their head, anything, will see, hey man, maybe he's right. Maybe the old man ain't so crazy after all. Let's give it a shot.
All right, look into the camera, if you will, and tell people why they should join.
Why?
We the People.
Why? Well, let me tell you why we should be together. Because as long as we're divided, either to the right or to the left, makes no difference. We will never, never change anything, and everything will continue, to be the same. The gas prices, food price, everything will be sky high, and we cannot do anything about it. On the other hand, if we have elected you, you will change what's wrong, or else, guess what? You'll be out of a job, because we the people will not tolerate that. You're out of a job, simple as that. Now, how long is this individual going to be in office for? one term. One term, 5 years, and out you go. Now, the Watchdog Committee, very important to know this, they're only going to serve for 1 year. I'm trying to keep corruption away from we the people.
Well, we want people to go to the website, We the People 50, that's We the People, the numeral 50.us, and find out more about We the People and Rudy Garcia. Rudy, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. It's been a pleasure, and I hope you'll be one of the first ones to sign up.
Thank you for being with us. We appreciate it.
It's
Thank
my
you.
pleasure, sir.